Brooke, thanks very much for your time. The new WFL season is almost here. How excited are you for it?
Yeah, we're really excited. Obviously, we finished on a high last year, finishing in the top half of the table. I think this year we're looking to go out and pretty much repeat what we did last year, hopefully just with a little bit more consistency.
It's been a long time coming as well, obviously a lot of pre-season games. How have they gone so far for you?
Our pre-season games were tough, and I think we probably didn't do as well as what we'd liked, but through pre-season we've had a lot of niggles and stuff, so getting like a solid 11 together probably wasn't as consistent as what we would have liked, but we went to Yeovil with a strong full squad at the weekend, and we proved that when we do have that we're contenders.
Obviously pre-season games are sort of a benchmarker for what's going to come in the season. You went to Yeovil in a competitive game in the FA Cup and you came through that and with a win, so you must be delighted and confident going into the new season as well.
Yeah, I think Yeovil's pitch didn't suit us as much as what we would have wanted it to. We wanted to play football a little bit more and the pitch didn't really help us, so hopefully on Saturday against Reading we can really keep the ball on the floor and play some better football than what we did at Yeovil.
You mentioned last week about last season being a catalyst, winning your first game, being a catalyst for a good season. Reading this weekend, obviously they're going to be looking to do the same thing for what you did last year.
Yeah, definitely. I think we need to be really mindful of that, and they'll be coming wanting to prove a point like we did last year coming up to this league, and I think that we're ready to kind of put our stamp on the game as well, and hopefully if we can go into that game and continue how we did at the weekend before, we'll be able to come out of that game with 3 points.
What do you know about the opposition this weekend?
Oh, I do know a couple of the Reading players, and obviously last year they did well, and we wouldn't ever underestimate them from coming up from League Two, but I don't know too much about individuals. I just know that they're hard work inside and they do try and play football, which will suit us because we like to play against teams that play the kind of football that we like to play.
And of course this is a sort of a warm-up match, if you like, for next weekend's FA Cup game as well. Into the next round against Reading, you must be pleased with the draw as well.
Yeah, I think it's still a tough draw. I think obviously there was easier games that we could have got, but definitely I think playing the same team twice in 2 consecutive weekends, I think that's going to be interesting. If you win or you lose, obviously the losing side's probably going to come out with a little bit better game plan because they've played against you and they know your strengths and your weaknesses, so it could be an interesting couple of weeks.
Whilst last season you were almost favourites to go back straight back down again this season, what do you think the mood is like in terms of expectations among the camp?
I think we obviously have high expectations of ourselves, but when you look at the quality in the Chelseas, the Arsenals, Man Cities, I think you have to be realistic, and as much as we'd like to get Champions League football, we have to take every game as it comes, and if we can play with the quality that we did in the games against Chelsea at home last year consistently throughout the season, I think we've got a good chance, but it's that consistency week in, week out that we lacked last year, which we really need to work on this year if we want to compete for Champions League positions.